everyone, my name is Jean and the name of my channel is Jean Home Decor and More. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. I am appreciative that you all have stopped by my channel today. In today's video, I'm sharing with you some updates that I made to my living room, family room space. Many of you know who are my returning visitors, many of you know that I moved here in October to this home. And I moved from the East Coast here to Texas. So, it's quite a big move. And it's a lot. It's a lot for a seasoned lady, y'all. It's a lot. I'm sure that many people say it's a lot at any age, but I think it's a lot when you're a seasoned lady. Nonetheless, when you leave a home that you've been living in for a long time, it's an adjustment and a process, to get your new home kind of the way that you want it. So as far as this home, I'm not sure if I'll ever get it totally the way I want it. I tried, but I'm not sure that I will. In this particular room, people come in, and when they come into our home, this area, the downstairs area, is the area where people see. So I'm trying to focus on that. But when I first moved in, I'm like, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to get our home, to being comfortable. You're trying to get things just the way you kind of were used to having. Now, having said that, I was rushing around. I'm looking on Amazon, and I had bought some curtains, drapes, whatever you call them. So the first pair that I bought, they look nice online. They look nice when I took them out. And when I first put them up, I was like, I didn't like them that much. So then, I'm like, oh my goodness. So I had to slow down a little bit, be more intentional about what I'm purchasing because everything is so expensive. So I had to try to slow down some and be, more focused on what I'm doing. So I bought some other curtains, drapes, that I like. Now these two windows, I still have to work on. I don't have curtain rods because I had to leave those at the last, at our last home. And so I'm trying to decide, what kind of window treatments I want here on top of these blinds. If I want valances or do I want, curtains or drapes, to have some consistency throughout. But I think I'm going to end up using valances. But, I like the vibe in here now. I did buy a couple of things, and I'll show those to you. Kind of got this room like I wanted, like I like the vibe. Are there a few more things I could do in here? Not much. I kind of like the way it is. I like this vibe. I would say it is elevated simplicity. That's the way I would describe this room, elevated simplicity. So, also while we're on today, while I'm filming this today, I'll show you some other little things that we've done around the house. But moving is a process. So what I try to do in all things, I would say I've always done, I look around, I use what I have first. I use what I already have, and I kind of work around and add to, what I have. So I'm going to stop talking now. And I'm going to take you off the camera and I'm going to show you how I have updated this space. Okay? Keep watching. I'm so glad y'all stopped by to visit me today. Keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my sectional. So here, I love these pillow covers. Now, I had some spring pillow covers that I got last year online, and they are so pretty. But I really, really love the print pattern on these pillow covers. These are African mud cloth, or so that's the way that they are described on Amazon, and I really love them. And you've seen these before. So I have this pillow cover here, as well as this one in the back with a different type of texture. And I have a throw there. And then I saw a pillow that I really liked at Michael's. It was $40, but it was actually a pillow, of course, not a pillow cover. And I just, at the time, I was thinking, I don't want to spend $40 for a pillow. So I said, let me go online and see if I could find something very similar. So I saw this pillow cover that had a print. When I looked at it online, it wasn't quite this color. It seems to me online it had more olive green and more of a tan. When I got this and I took it out of the package, I was like, wow, this isn't quite what I was looking for. But nonetheless, I didn't return it. I said, I'll just go ahead and keep it. So that's what we have going on there. So that's a pillow cover from Amazon. Now this boucle pillow here in the front, this is an actual pillow. I've had this for a long time and I love it. I like the, I like the texture of it. So I do like that. Now the pillow behind it is the pillow that comes with the sectional. Now I have 3 of those. I have 3 of those, maybe 4. Yeah, I have 3 of them, my bad. The other 2 are in my bedroom because they actually match the color palette that's in my bedroom. So I just kept this one out here. So that's what I have going on here. Now moving over, here is the other, African mudcloth pillow along with the white pillow cover behind it. But guess what, guys? I was looking for an ethnic type pillow on Amazon and I ran across this. And oh my goodness, just look at this. Oh my goodness, guys, I love this. So I really like the different textures, and how they have put these different patterns together on this pillow and the fringe. I really love that. So let me just step back. I just really, really like that. So, I have my DIY crocheted, throw that I have there. But as you can see, that I am, I'm more of an earth tone type of girl. So I do like the earth tone colors. But I like this pillow because you can just do a lot with it. All right, so then moving on to my coffee table. My coffee table is rustic, and I like that. I like the rustic look here. And so it's minimal with the coffee table book, and I like this marble candle holder. And the book has that elevated somewhat. And these tulips I got in a package from Amazon. And I folded them up and I put them there. So I thought that looked quite nice. And I kind of go for the smaller florals, on this side of the room. Because what I don't want for my florals in my living space, I just don't like a lot of them. I don't like a lot of florals. As you notice, I don't have any florals on my kitchen table because I don't want them to be competing with the beauty of my houseplants. So as you can see here, I have a small arrangement of tulips there. So, moving over, that coffee table and lamp I've had for quite some time. And moving over here, we'll start on this end. I picked up these bowl fillers or orbs. I got those from the at-home store. I think they're like in a big pack for when it's not that big, but a nice sizable pack for $10. So there's, I call them bowl fillers. And my candles there. And this is a new find. I really like this. And I got this, and I put a bowl here. I have a ceramic bowl here. I got that from the at-home store, and I filled it with some artichokes. Now over here, oh my goodness, guys, you all know that have been in my channel before, you know how much I love this vase. It is coarse. I love the texture of it, the coarseness of it, of course. And, you know, it's earthy. And, you know, it is so nice. I feel like it can just stand on its own. You know, it's just so beautiful. It can stand on its own. So I have it elevated on a book. So that is what my credenza here is looking like. So as you can see, again, it's minimally decorated. Then over here, I have a greenery and tulip arrangement. And I thought that this turned out quite nice. These tulips were all in a pack, and I got these from Amazon. I got this vase last year. I want to say maybe it was right before spring, and I got that from Hobby Lobby. And I want to say I think I got this vase. It was really inexpensive. I know it was less than $20. It might have even been less than $15. But I have it on a cute little stand with a marble top. And I got that from the stand from Home Goods. Now moving up to my mantle, I have a candle there, a couple of candles on a candlestick and a glass candle. Then here I have a tray with some moss and more artichoke. And over here, I have another pretty, you know, rustic type vase. And I have filled that with some magnolia stems and magnolia floral, and mixed in with something that looks like baby's breath and some, I don't know what you call those. I forgot what you call them, but I call them just stems. But I thought that that made a nice floral arrangement. And what I have done here, I would say that this is the focal point of my mantle. Now, what I've done here in this room is I wanted to keep the florals, you know, I wanted a cohesive look in this room. So all of the florals are white. In my last video, if you go back, I had some florals in this vase, and they were peaches and yellows, and then I had, you know, I had this on top of the credenza. This was a different color, and you know, I just wasn't feeling that. I just wanted a more cohesive look with the florals, so I wanted them to all be consistent. So I made all of the arrangements for florals. I made them all white. And I really like the way that has turned out. Now this chair, you know, I've had this, I got this maybe right before December. The pillow I've had for quite some time. And I brought these mirrors with us from the last house. So I have them there. Okay, showing you the room from this angle, I have some new art. So, like I said, when I first moved in, I'm like helter-skelter, and I'm running around just kind of putting things up, just kind of making this space livable. But I had one picture on this wall here, and then I had another piece of art over there. There was no symmetry. And while I like the pieces individually, I did not like the fact that they weren't symmetric. So I like the symmetry that this brings about for this space. And all of the colors, you know, they complement one another. They all tie in. So I'm gonna come closer so that you can see what this artwork is looking like. And I went to the at-home store because they have such nice art pieces, but I didn't find anything that I liked that fit this space exactly. So this is it, and I do like this because it picks up the colors that are in this living space. You know, this is very earthy, and I feel like, you know, if I want to change, you know, you can do a lot with this. I'm not locked in. You know, I don't like to buy art. You know, I just kind of want to decorate with items that give me some options, some flexibility. So if I ever wanted to do like black, I could, and perhaps even like, you know, gray, of course, you know, maybe even like an olive green. But I feel like this artwork can give me some flexibility if I want to change my decor. Again here, I am just going to pan around and kind of, you see the toy box over there, that stays there. That's part of the decor. So I'm just going to kind of pan around and let you see the space. So, you know, it's a work in progress. But pretty much, I kind of like this room. I like the vibe in here. I think it's nice and cozy. It's not too much. I don't like decorating with a whole lot of clutter. I like it to be, you know, I feel like if it's, you know, too much decor is too much for me. Let's put it like that. So, you know, I like this because it's open and I feel like it's airy. So anyway, guys, let's move on. The other thing that you'll see here are these drills, because these cabinets didn't have any hardware on them when we moved in. I still have to do the drawers. Now, I had asked someone in the development about what would he charge me to install these, install the hardware. I got the hardware from Lowe's. He said that he would charge $10 a piece to add each one on. I'm like, oh no, sir, I'm gonna do this myself. So I did it, guys. My son and husband, they said, hey, look, this is how you do it. I did one, and I was on a roll after that, but I'm still not done. This is a work in progress, okay? So you can see I have those to do down the bottom, those over top, down the bottom there, all the drawers, and then I did these. So I'm on a roll, guys. But you know, it's a lot of work. It's more than a notion. Then, guys, when we first moved in, the patio stopped at this first line, and we had to have someone come out and extend it some to accommodate the patio furniture. So I brought all the pillows in because tomorrow it is supposed to rain. As you can see, the sky is clouding up. It's so sunny out though. So our little deck storage box, that got damaged in transit. We let all the pollen get on it because that's going in the trash. So we have to replace that. And you know, so we're just trying to put the seed back together from when they, you know, put in the concrete patio extension. Yeah, so we had to do this. So this is just a look from the other side. And I don't really invest a whole lot of money in expensive patio furniture, because when those bugs come, guys, I'm not out here. My husband might be out here. But anyway, we getting it together. I bought these flowers from Lowe's, and I've ordered them. They still look a little wilted, but tomorrow when we get all that rain, they may pop up. But I just potted them in these plants. Those flowers were 2 for $15, and the pots were $11.98 at Lowe's. I have one on this side. And this is about the second time I've done this, because I didn't want to go out and buy any new chairs, because there's so much to do still. So I just painted the arms and the foundation, the base of these chairs, with some black Rust-Oleum paint, and the table, we just kind of tighten that up a little bit. And so once we put the pads out here, look a little bit more festive. But that's where I am now. So these are the 2 windows that I am talking about, where I need to buy rods and curtains. So I was trying to think, should I buy some curtains that would that I can put over here for, I guess you could say consistency. But then I don't know about that, because look where the light switch is. Then you'd have to be running your hand behind that. Of course you could do a tie back. I think that might make that area crowded. So actually I was thinking about doing some valances that are, the color of these curtains. Let me know what you think. Curtains or valances? And let me back out. This is the space. Curtains or valances? Y'all see the toys over there? I can't do nothing about that. That's my babies. The toys have to stay here. But let me know what you think, guys. Hey, look, I hope you like this video. I hope you found some useful information in it. I guess the whole strategy is try to use what you have for the most part. Fill in, be creative. But the idea is to try to keep as many coins in your pocket as possible. So, hey, look, I hope you and your families have a blessed week and weekend to come. Thank you so much for watching and stopping by my channel. Peace and blessings to you all. Bye-bye.